Hi, Janelle here with Sheep Hill Herbs. Outside, enjoying a moment of relaxation. So I made a big move earlier this summer, and so much in my life changed. I did not even realize how much would change by moving. The way I run my herbal business is entirely different. The way I view healing is entirely different. And I guess I found like a revival in my belief in Jesus Christ and God by this move. And more than anything, I want what I share to be biblical and also God-inspired for the viewers, for those of you who follow this channel. So it's really important for me right now to follow what my body is telling me, what I need. Today is Saturday. I've typically been taking a day of rest as much as possible without being legalistic on a Saturday, because I used to do a legalistic Sabbath, but we do need to work 6 days and rest on the 7th. And there is many debate of which day is the correct 7th, and I'm not going to get into that. But where I am right now, I've worked 6 days. Today is 7th, and I'm taking a rest in the heart of nature, as Ralph Smart says. And I'm going to be doing some art today, because that is what I feel like I need. So this is not my typical herb video. I'm going to show you what I'm starting here, and I hope you enjoy this video, and check out my description down below for all my links. I have my link tree there. My Etsy shop is in the link tree. I have my Young Living website. If you need your essential oils to be 100% pure and undiluted, not chemicalized, then click on that Young Living link and you can get your oils there. I've been buying from Young Living for almost 20 years. All right, so let's get started. So this is my craft box. I kind of downsized. I used to have too many crafts, and this is my condensed craft box so that I don't have so much craft that I can't function in the house. And what I have in here is a rug hooking frame. Not very big. I used to have a bigger one and I got rid of it. It took so long to do a project. I want to say this is like 10 by 10 or 9 by 9 or something, like a perfect square. I used to have a lot of my rug hookings in my Etsy shop, and I pretty much either saved the ones that didn't sell or gave them away. And I'm just, as the fall comes, I'm in the mood for wool and fabrics and color and craft. So I am going to work on a rug hooking, and I hope to show the progress as it goes here. What I need to do first is cut monk's cloth. So it's kind of like canvas, but it's not coated like a canvas is, and the weave is not quite as tight, because you do have to use the rug hooking tool to get in between those little spaces. So this is rug hooking. It is not needlepoint. This is my rug hooking hook, and I will be poking through these holes and pulling loops of cut wool. So I'm going to have to cut the wool into strips. I have a really cool picture. I'll try to put it here in the video that I'm going to work from. It is a beehive with some echinacea and some bees. But first I'm going to cut this monk's cloth to fit the frame. So I cut my square, and I want it to be bigger than my frame. I might have made it a little bit too big, but it is hard to work when it's like only just big enough. The other thing is, I can make this bigger than the frame by moving the monk's cloth over as I'm working. And that is probably what I will do here, so I can make it a tad bigger than just this square. Now I do have to sew the edge. If you have a sewing machine and you want to sew with the sewing machine, you have to stitch the edge or else it keeps fraying. I hand sew with embroidery floss and a big fat needle, so I'm going to do that right now. So I'm working on the edge right here, and I just put a knot at the end, and I just do a simple stitch across the bottom just to keep it from fraying. You don't really have to do more than that. I mean, like I said, you can sew it, but later on it's going to get folded under and stitched to finish off. But this is how I seal the edge, just so I can work. Here's my companion, my sewing companion. Watson. Good boy. And my little sewer. What are you working on?
Flowers.
Flowers. Awesome. So I almost have the whole edge sewed up here. And it takes quite a bit of time. I think it would take me 5 minutes with a sewing machine, but I don't have a sewing machine. And it's kind of relaxing. I don't mind stitching it this way. It's just kind of my signature way to get my monk's cloth ready. What I'll be doing next is drawing out my sketch with a Sharpie. So as you can see, I now have my picture all sketched out on the monk's cloth, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a sketch because I'm going to be covering everything with the wool. And I started cutting some wool strips. There are specific machines that cut these perfectly. I am doing it by sight with my super sharp scissors. I'm trying to see the name here. Karen Key Blakely, I think. I can't read that. Karen K. Well, I'll have to look it up on the packaging, but I was told this is really sharp scissors. It was retailed like $35. Works great. But the video I'm going to end here, and I will continue to show you the progress of this super fun rug hooking.